Welcome, Japanese woodblock print collectors and enthusiasts. It's unboxing time again, and that's when I open a box of woodblock prints that I won at an online auction. We'll see them in person for the first time, which is always pretty cool, and then we'll dig deeper into each print and talk about the artist and story behind the work. Let's begin. Okay, let's slice this open. Way back in the day, I used to cut images for silkscreen printing, and that's why I feel so comfortable using this X-Acto knife. Oh, 2 scrolls. I thought I only had 1 coming. I wonder what's in the other box. And here are the prints. Let's open the smaller scroll box first. It looks old. This is a painting by Kyosai. Now the newer box. I wonder what this is. I seriously can't remember. Ah, the Hiroshige fish. It looks newer than I expected. Let's get into the prints. The color on this first one is just brilliant. I wonder what the story is. Next, another one with brilliant reds. That's nice. And yet another with reds. No bleeding, beautiful. A smaller Yoshitoshi print. Okay, so this is the one I am really excited about. It's a Kuniyoshi warrior print, and it's in great condition. This is probably the prize of today's unboxing. And a Kunichika Genji print. Let's see what's in here. Very nice. Yoshitoshi from the 47 Ronin. Yet another brilliant red, but it's got some shiny coating on it. I wonder what the heck that is. This is Hiroshige. It has great color, but it's very flimsy. And one from my Baiko collection. Nice borders. And there's more. I bought these both together, 2 Hiroshiges. And last but not least, a Kyosai print. All right, let's go and explore these prints in more detail. I'll go in the order we open them up, starting with the scrolls. This first scroll is an unusual item. It's the Wind God, or Fujin, by Kawanabe Kyosai. And it's hard to make it out, but he's up in the clouds holding a big bag of wind in front of him. And this type of design would have been done at a drunken painting party or a shogakai. Now, I'm not sure if this is a reprint of some kind or an actual painting, and I'll have to do some research on this. The second scroll we opened up was a reprint by Hiroshige called Sea Bream and Sansho Pepper from an untitled 1832 series known as Large Fish. This series has been reprinted many times by different publishers. If we zoom in on the details here, it's a beautiful image, but I'm a little sad that it's such a modern print. Oh well. Next, we have this original 1874 sensational news story print by Yoshitoshi. The color is great, but there's some insect damage on the right border. It tells the true story of a beautiful robber rapist, and I'll give you the quick version of what we're seeing here. There was a young man named Kinosuke who was gentle, obedient, and handsome by day, but at night, with the madness of a wild horse in his heart, he robbed homes. And one night he snuck into a place where a number of traveling entertainers were staying. He was about to rape one of them, but she got away and the women started to fight back. He ran away but was later arrested and jailed. And other inmates in the jail, following jailhouse customs, took a board and spanked his butt, but the jailers stopped them. And if you look at the back of this print, you'll see the backing. And it's quite common that prints were strengthened and put into albums by gluing them to various types of paper. And sometimes it's a nice, clean, thin sheet of Japanese paper. And other times it's newspapers. And in this case, it's old writing paper. And I wonder if this is a shopping list or notes about something. Moving on. This print is from the 1870 series 36 Famous Tokyo Restaurants, which pairs famous real geisha with real famous Tokyo restaurants. In the series, the panel at the top left shows some items from the restaurant. The large yellow cartouche on the right shows the series title, the name of the geisha, and the restaurant's address. And I'm a big collector of restaurant prints, and here I think Kunichika was quite inventive because of the backgrounds. This diagonal split with the red asa no ha, or hemp leaf pattern, in the top half, and the Chinese sumi-e style painting on the bottom half. I now have about 26 of the prints in this series, so I only have 10 to go. And you can see what I have on miagallery.com. This very pretty print is from Kunichika's 1878 series called Mirrors of Flowering Manners and Customs. In this print, a lady who appears to be blind is holding 100 koyori, or rolled strings of paper used for making wishes at the shrine. The custom was to visit certain shrines and temples 100 times, and the 100 strings that she's holding are to help her count the number of visits she's made. I love this series with the simple colored backgrounds and the detailed kimonos. They really show Kunichika's mastery of the bijinga, or beautiful women genre. Next, we have this small Yoshitoshi print of Urashima Taro returning on the turtle from his 1882 series, Sketches by Yoshitoshi. And even on these small prints, you can see Yoshitoshi's style with the sharp, crisp, angled lines he uses. The turtle looks like he has a hairy tail because it's covered with seaweed acquired after 10,000 years. This is from the common Japanese tale about the young fisherman that rescues a turtle. He then rides the turtle to an underwater palace where he's treated like a king. After 3 days, he wants to return home, and they give him a box and they tell him not to open it. When he gets home, he learns that 300 years have actually passed, not 3 days. And of course, he opens the box and instantly becomes an old man. Moving on. This is the print I am most excited about. From the master of the warrior genre, or Musha-e, comes this print by Utagawa Kuniyoshi from his famous series Heroic Stories of the Taiheki, also known as Heroic Tales of the Great Peace. And the irony is, of course, that the series is far from peaceful. The man in this print is Negoro no Komizuka, dressed as a warrior fighting monk. He's got a long, studded club called a tetsubo and a broken naginata. It's from 1849, and I think the color and the quality is really great. This shabbier looking print is by Kunichika from the 1884 Genji parody series, 54 Modern Feelings. So these are modern feelings or stories that are matched to the 11th century tale of Genji. And shout out to one of my viewers, I think it was Patty, who actually read it. I have not read the translation yet. Anyway, this is from chapter 18, Matsukaze. And in this print we see people are carrying buckets as the wind blows through the pine trees on the shore. There are some beautiful prints in this series, and my favorite one is this one called Aoi. It's of abalone divers. Next, this print is in great condition. The main character here is Oishi Kuranosuke, a real person and chief of the 47 Ronin. This is from Yoshitoshi's 1887 series, 24 Accomplishments in Imperial Japan. And here, Oishi is about to lead the night attack on Lord Kira's mansion. If you want to learn more about the 47 Ronin, watch my recent video. The interesting fact is that it's believed that Oishi's last poem read, My lord's life is as great as a mountain. My life, however, is as light and trivial as a piece of hair. And here is another print from that 1878 Kunichika series, Mirrors of Flowering Manners and Customs. This is called After the Bath. And Kunichika is famous or infamous for his strong use of red in many of his later prints. Unfortunately, on this print, someone coated it with some clear, maybe protectant, so it has a glossy sheen to it. So that decreases the value. And this is an example of the issues with online auctions because you can't examine the work in person. You could be sold something that's not what it appears to be. This Hiroshige print dates to 1845. It's from one of his Chushingura or 47 Ronin story series. This is Act 5, where we see the robber and murderer Sadakuro counting stolen gold. This print has some insect damage, but look at that brilliant blue color and look at Hiroshige's mastery at character design. We really get a feel for who this person is. Okay, this next print is by Kunichika from his 100 Rolls of Onoe Baiko series. And I'm trying to collect all 100 prints, and I didn't have this one. It's Fujiya Izayamon. And in kabuki plays, Fujiya Izayamon is a handsome character who indulges in romantic love affairs. The costume Izayamon wears in this scene is known as kamiko, or shabby paper kimono. In kabuki, such costumes are typically worn by male characters who were originally in a high position, but have been reduced to poverty for some reason. And if you can see the kanji on his kimono, it's lines from a love letter stitched in gold and silver thread. And here is a photo from a modern kabuki play of the same character, and you can see the similarities in the kimono and makeup. If you saw my last unboxing, I had another copy of this print. It's Hamamatsu by Hiroshige. It's from a rare Tokaido series about two bumbling fools traveling down the Tokaido road. And here they think they've seen a ghost, but it's really clothes on the washing line. This is a reprint, and I'm trying to figure out when it was done and who published it. The print that I bought along with this one was one from the 1834 series, Famous Places of the Eastern Capital. The Eastern Capital, if you ever hear of the Eastern Capital, it's Tokyo. And the title of this print is Clear Weather After Snowfall at Masaki. And we can see the temple on the far shore with boatmen navigating the river in the foreground. I'm a huge Hiroshige fan, but I'm not excited about the quality of this print. And the last print in our unboxing was this small, humorous print by Kawanabe Kyosai called Praying to God in Times of Despair and Shinto Priest with a Bell on the End of a Pole, from the series 100 Pictures by Kyosai. These are fun prints to collect because they embody Kyosai's playful sense of humor and are great examples of his drawing ability. And that brings us to the end of another Japanese woodblock print unboxing. Check out our growing Baiko and restaurant print collections on the Mia Gallery website. This weekend, I'm heading to a museum exhibition, Japanese Prints in Transition. It's in San Francisco. So in our next video, I'll probably be reporting on that. Until then, please like and subscribe, and happy collecting.